Doesn't matter.
Yeah, biggest loss ever in his career.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You guys aren't taking that.
Wow.
He's an old man.
Yeah.
Not giving that.
Boring.
It's the seating arrangement again.
That's
That's why I wear number 7.
Oh, really? Are you being serious?
Before I played basketball, I loved football and I loved David Beckham.
Did you see where when Steph went up for the layup and he hesitated?
Welcome to the More Than Ball Show. It's season 2, episode 1. Guys, how are we feeling?
Wow.
We did a full circle.
Feeling good.
We're back.
We're
Wow.
back. We're back. And we're back in Spotify, guys.
Wow.
That's
Recording
incredible.
Live.
How
In the studio, Studio 2,
What
Spotify headquarters.
What a
Started-
surreal feeling.
Honestly, so grateful to Spotify for making this happen. But yeah, how are you guys feeling?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
No,
That's
the
the only
support is
time I'll let
great.
you quit.
No, the support is great.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
Shout out to you guys for the support. So yeah, it's us. Season 2, we're back. We're going to be giving you everything you need to know about basketball, NBA, WNBA, the British Basketball League, because now there is a fine. Paige has told us there is a fine if we call it the BBL because it isn't the big Bunda League. We have to call it British Basketball League and the British Basketball League. Ooh,
There we
There you
go.
go,
Look
Rob.
at that.
there you go, Rob.
It's going to be a swear jar right here. Coming, pending.
Gotta change it. But yeah, how have you guys been? How's everyone been? Shaq is back
I'm back.
in the flesh.
No, for now. I'm still in season, so I'll be heading back to Greece tomorrow.
Oh,
But yeah, I'm doing well.
yeah.
Things are going good. We're 4-0,
Okay.
Whoa.
so can't ask for much more.
That's what we like. Thank you for making it down. Shout out to Jordan Brand as well. Jordan sent us, I guess, all of their fall collection, really. It feels like, I want to say
Yeah.
all because there was so much stuff that came. So grateful to those guys. Make sure you check out the photos. They'll be up very soon, so you'll be able to see the full collection. And go out and get it, guys. I recommend my jacket personally.
I recommend my jacket also.
I recommend
see
my
the pictures.
threes.
Oh, yeah, you got nice frees.
Yeah.
Shout
Shout
them
out to Jordan.
threes, Yeah.
I would show you my
Yeah.
jacket, but I don't want to rustle up the
Yeah, don't.
Oh.
Be sure to check out the fits as well. We're going to be doing tunnel walks as well. Make us feel like we're all in the W.
We're here.
Yeah, 5 foot bad or 6 foot straight. Tunnel fits coming your way. But yeah, guys, let's get into it because I feel like there's been so much that's been going on. We could talk for ages, but let's get into current season because we're in season. We're in the middle of the season right now. I feel like, what is the in-season tournament? Aiman, break it down. If you could, 30 seconds.
I was going to say, to simply put it, it's basically, if you think about football in Champions League and stuff, it's like the group stages, then the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then finals. Like, they have that knockout stage. Now we're at the quarterfinals, so the groups have been done. They were like split between the East and the West. I don't know how they sorted out the groups, but don't ask me. And then, now we're at the quarterfinal stage, and we've got Pacers versus Celtics. We've got Kings versus Pelicans, Bucks versus Knicks, and Lakers versus Suns in the
Lakers
quarterfinals.
The Lakers
hard
versus
one.
the Suns game.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. The nice thing about this is in like playoffs, it's a series of 7 games, whereas here it's just a knockout. So if you play well on the night, you're through, and if
Yeah,
you're not, you're out. But
And when did all the games start taking place in Las Vegas?
in December.
Okay,
So December the 4th is when the quarterfinals start,
nice.
and I think the finals on the 9th. So
Yeah, I like that because then there is also no home court advantage.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
one
It's just
and
one
done.
court.
And
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
people just need to get tickets, which is great.
Back to the bubble vibes.
Yeah. Lakers versus Suns, though. You got a hard
That's the
ball.
game.
We're undefeated so far, so
Sure are.
Yeah. Oh, we.
The-
Oh,
The Lakers just lost.
You know this.
Shaq's on my
Yeah,
side
yeah.
now.
LeBron just
LeBron
lost
fan.
yesterday by like
Doesn't matter.
44 points.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, biggest loss ever in his career.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You guys aren't taking that. You don't want to talk about it.
No.
Nothing else to
Oh.
comment.
Can we start a new season on a positive
Okay,
note?
all right. Talking
No.
about King James, let's talk about it. He said so much about the in-season tournament and how he wants to do this for his team. So I think he's the only player that actually spoke about building it for his team and getting to the final for his team. And I feel like that's mad important. Like that family, like commodity that he's bringing forward is is mad important. So I give him that, but he still lost by 44 points.
Doesn't matter. He's still doing what he can do at the age of 35 and
39.
38.
38.
Wow.
He's an old
38,
man.
Yeah.
He's an old man.
Is it not 39?
He's 39 on
Oh, 39.
I'm giving him some
December.
years. I'm
Oh,
giving
the
him some
first.
years.
You know, he's
That hairline isn't okay.
Sam came through with the facts.
Well, he's still
30
doing
for
it for
31st.
the league, and like he's what, the oldest man in the league now.
Yeah,
Currently.
yeah. He must be.
Yeah, what is averaging
is
is still
the
mad.
oldest.
Like,
Yeah, definitely.
What
Vince
is
Carter
averaging?
was not doing that at his age.
absolutely not.
Yeah, he was just chilling at Atlanta for bands.
Facts.
Yeah.
At what point does Anthony Davis step up?
Oh yeah, can we talk about this?
No.
Nah, we need to talk about this.
So I feel like he needs to go.
Thank you. But like, okay, let's take all of our teams, because what we need to do is that we need to take all of our teams and pick the player to watch and who needs to go. And I'm speaking
AD
for
needs
your
to go.
team. AD needs to go.
Lakers?
No, we'll go round.
You just
you can
spoke.
come for Bucks in a
Okay,
second.
okay.
But you just said about AD, you know. Deep down, she knows it. She knows it deep down.
Ah, the stress.
AD needs
No,
to go.
AD needs to go.
He
He's
is a
just too
liability for your
inconsistent.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I said it to you, Aiman, right?
Yeah.
I said that at this point, AD is the Russell Westbrook of your team, and I feel like you guys were hiding behind Russell, and actually AD was part of
Yep.
the problem. I don't think
Yeah.
Russell was the problem.
I feel
think
like
it's
he's an
AD.
easy scapegoat.
Exactly, he was an easy scapegoat.
You know what? I've really liked the way Russell has his character
Mhm.
this season. It's
Yeah.
been really good.
It's nice to see him come back
Yeah,
to what we
to
know.
himself.
Yeah.
I really hope that the James Harden move as well doesn't help, doesn't lose that, because my biggest concern, I was like, the Clippers team, the only thing that they don't have is the ability to get to the end of the season healthy, because they've got a lot of older players, but they're actually a decent team. But when they moved James Harden over, I just thought, now I'm not sure who the leader is, and I really think it should be Russell Westbrook's team.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It can't be his team.
They've
he
got
could be the vocal leader, but
Yeah.
not like ability wise.
But I do think, I feel like sometimes you don't always need the best player to be the
best.
leader. Like,
Yeah.
I think
But
sometimes,
it's still not like his team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whose team
But
would you
he-
say
Like,
it
for
is?
Yeah, I was just
instance,
gonna say.
the Golden State Warriors is Steph's team, but Draymond is like their vocal leader. But you'd never call it Draymond's team.
Definitely
Never.
not.
Very true.
Never.
Very true. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
He needs to go.
never.
Should we get onto that?
Yeah, let's
Draymond
go.
needs to
Can't
go.
afford for him to
Yeah.
be there.
Draymond.
Draymond hurts his own players, hurts other players,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
cusses everyone out. He needs to go.
Yeah.
He is dangerous.
he's unhinged.
He needs therapy.
Unhinged.
I don't know what's wrong with
Yeah.
him.
As much as people think he's the leader of the Warriors, he actually puts them into like a difficult position because now he's suspended
Yeah.
for 5 games.
And he's a needed player. He
Yeah,
needs to
and
play.
they've only won 2 of those 5 games. So as a leader, you can't just start choking people out in mid-game.
That's what I'm saying. He's like a elephant in a china shop. You ever hear that
God.
saying?
He needs to go to the
Ball in the
WWE.
china
A ball in a china
Ball in
shop.
the
There we
shop.
go.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. But
It's just a liability, really.
Honest-
Like, there's no in between. It's
Yeah.
either terrible or
Yeah.
really good.
Why
Yeah.
did he choke Rudy like that and drag
I,
him?
I need to know
choking,
too.
innit?
I need
Because
to.
did you see Rudy's hands? Rudy was just there.
Rudy was
hello.
like-
What's happening?
It
He
made
was
no
in a
sense. He's
different
too
world.
violent.
It was him trying to justify himself after and say that he was trying to stick up for his teammate. At no
To be
point-
fair,
no.
No one likes Rudy. His own teammates don't like.
Yeah.
Rudy's own
Rudy's
teammates
been
don't like
stepping
Rudy.
up.
Yeah.
He's stepping up.
No one likes
They like
Rudy.
him
Yeah.
now.
She's
Yeah.
like, she's a bit like that Liz Cambridge.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I feel like this season
Yeah.
it's shifted with the
Timberwolves.
feeling towards Rudy, and he's been a really important piece
Yeah.
for them defensively, especially.
But no one likes Rudy.
No one likes Rudy. But that's not for Draymond to now choke
come
him
in.
out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. Did you see there was like I can't remember his name. What's that guy? Older guy, black guy. There's loads
Who we
of
talking
them.
about? Yeah.
That's always talking about he's a commentator. I'll just quote what he said.
What did he say?
So basically, he was talking about how Draymond needs to be very careful about what he's being perceived as, and he was like, the angry black person narrative is a real one, and Draymond at this point is doing absolutely nothing to shake it because it feels as though everything he does is just solely out of anger, or just because he feels like being aggressive, and I think it's true. Like, I feel like, between the podcast that he does and the shouting that he does on the podcast and the way he's attacking players for absolutely no reason, like he's in his own league in terms of how unhinged he is in terms of the NBA. Like, he's the only person that he's a current player having a podcast talking about the NBA. Like, he's on the fine line of what he can and cannot do all the time. He's the only player I feel like he's there.
It's given a bit of James Harden though. I feel like James Harden was going down that route a little bit.
Aren't other players currently doing their podcast during the season?
Oh, who
I feel like they are. Playoff.
Yeah,
Podcast B, is he still
Podcast
doing
B.
it?
Oh, yeah,
That's
okay.
all going on.
I think they're more doing it, but I think.
But not as
Draymond-
vocal
yeah.
as
Yeah,
Draymond is
yeah.
on his podcast.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he's
it's
got to
the
be real
line.
careful.
Yeah, 100%.
He needs to give it a rest.
No, you're definitely right, because there was a tragic incident in England with an ice hockey player that is now, I think, arrested because he sliced a defensive player's neck with a blade, and he
Wow.
unfortunately passed away.
No.
But they're looking back on like previous games and like his attitude
It's like a
towards the game.
build-up.
Yeah, so like obviously they're looking back on all this stuff and they're gonna like charge him or not, whether it was
It was unnecessary.
yes, or like if it was accidental.
Yeah,
So like obviously it's very two different drastic ends, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Draymond, I feel like he needs to be careful because
Yeah.
anything can happen. Obviously, like
And he's not a little guy. He's
Right.
very much big.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's literally the defense of that team.
Yeah. Like, and I feel like we play basketball, like we see how we can end up in bruises and stuff. Like, and we're not even like, it's not intentional at all.
Yeah, yeah.
So when someone's like stamping on you or do like, it's like, come on
Yeah,
now, like.
100%. And I feel like just the fact that we're now in a situation where he's banned for 5 games and everyone was expecting 3, like now we don't know what to expect because the league are looking back on the things that he's done.
Yeah.
So it could be anything. Like he could get 40.
Yeah, it could be half the season.
I mean, he'll have to bring a gun, but I mean, he could. Yeah. Anyone heard about Ja? What's he been doing? He brought out some new shoes, though.
They're fire.
Yeah, he brought out some
They're
new
fire.
shoes. I was very surprised that Nike allowed him to bring out new shoes while he was away. But
Yeah.
he's got some new, like the Halloween ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. They sold out like instantly.
Yeah, no, they're fire.
It's going to be tough for Ja to come back, though, because the Grizzlies are one of the worst teams in the league. Like, they couldn't even keep up with him out. So he's going to come back to a team that are, like, on a 12-game losing streak. So,
But
good
you know what
luck
would be
for him.
interesting? It would be interesting to see what impact he has on that
Yeah.
and see if they can potentially change it around or win a couple games, or if it's even more exciting to see him back. I just hope he comes back with a clear mindset and he knows what he has to do and, you know, just stick to the
Reset.
path.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like for me, I think I was very much annoyed with the situation because he's a role model. Like my nephew's like, oh, my favourite player is Ja Morant. All he thinks about is the gun. Like, that's not okay. Do you know what I mean? Why is my 12-year-old nephew, that's all he can think about is a man playing basketball, but he wants to know him for a gun. Like, that's where my issue is, because it's like, it hits home a little bit because my nephew's 12. Looking in London, 12-year-olds are stabbing up 19-year-olds. So it's like, I don't want my nephew's role model to be someone associated with some form of violence. So I hope he understands that he has a bigger impact than what he knows, and hopefully like he goes through what he has to go through to be the best basketball player he can be.
100%. I also think that he should come back with like the community mindset that Jaylen Brown has. Like he needs something big and
Focus
bold
on
for that city, because he's let that city down realistically. They're on like you said, they're on 12-game losing streak, and part of it is because of him. If he was there, it wouldn't look like that. So I mean, they still are the worst team, but it might be, I don't know, 10 games. So he definitely needs to come back and be thinking about community as well. 100%.
I'm confident he'll be learning from his past mistakes.
100%. Let us hope. And new people in the NBA that we need to talk about. I feel like we need to talk about Wemby and his
impact.
His impact and introduction into the game. Like,
man is on the baseline, stretching all the way to the upper bit.
Space Jam vibes.
Yeah.
He is long.
Yeah.
And he put on weight.
Yeah.
He put on
He
weight.
looks stronger, yeah.
See, he heard them comments.
Yeah.
He was like,
It's
alright.
inevitable. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even look at Giannis when he was a rookie.
Yeah, true.
It's gonna happen naturally.
He's done really well. He's
I know
doing
with
really well.
His team and his people around him, they're very particular about his body and not allowing him to just gain mass fast or anything like that.
Because
to
sometimes
prevent-
it kind of changes the way you play if you get big too quick. And when you've been so successful being like this player, it's kind of like you're now changing your body to adapt, and you might not be the same player. I think if you've watched the David Beckham
Documentary.
they were talking about him gaining weight and he's not kicking the ball the same. So it's like, it's very interesting how like you feel like you're doing the right thing because you've got to be stronger, but maybe just be a little bit smarter, you know. And I think he's doing that. Like he's solid, he's athletic, and he's they're doing right by him. It's good to see.
I love to see him like off the court. He's like very flexible. I don't know if anyone has seen
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Like, and such a tall man. It's inspiring to watch him.
Did you see where when Steph went up for the layup and he hesitated and he kicked out and he saw Wemby's arm like this.
But then that also shows Steph's how articulate he is
Yeah,
about
he's
the game.
smart,
Like, his
yeah.
IQ is through the roof because like in order like as in because that obviously wasn't the play, so he went absolutely not, and then two steps. And
He
still
just
made
knew
the
that
bucket.
this was not the right play and he was like, yeah, let me get this 3 quick.
But you know, especially as myself, I'm a small guard. Someone like you, Shequila or Paige, you can feel the footsteps. You just can sense it. I just know I have to put a little sauce on this layup, reverse or something, you know. By just getting blocked, just getting into the.
You see the shadow before it happens.
Straight into that kid's face. Don't see that video. You guys can come for us now if you want. Who's the Bucks player that you're like, get rid of him?
You tell us.
Yeah, I feel like you have an answer ready.
I've got
one.
a strong feeling.
Giannis's brother.
But we said that. We've been saying that.
It's the fact that you've said Giannis's brother and his
His name.
Yeah.
You know what I think?
The nicest. Or
It makes sense for him to be on the team, to have your brother there, and because he's a basketball player, it's perfect for your franchise player. But I think he can step into like a coaching role.
Yeah.
Like
he needs to switch it up.
something.
Or maybe Waterboy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Or he could do the community.
Listen,
sessions when
Waterboy-
Giannis can't come.
Yeah.
Team
Yeah,
mascot.
you know when you're on 2K and you're doing the exhibition games, you gotta send people. Yeah, he can be the one that they send. We're sending someone from the Bucks.
But listen, Waterboy gets paid a lot.
Yeah.
Only
Oh
team
my God.
mascot.
I would
Practice player. He could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to. But the one thing that I'll give Bucks is that they're a family team. Like obviously,
Yeah.
Lopez's brother's there as well. Yeah, they're both there. Brooke and his Mark.
And it's
Family
Giannis's
ties.
brother. It's not like it's Chris Middleton's brother or
Yeah,
someone like
yeah,
that.
that's
It's like,
true.
you
That's
know,
true.
But he
you
needs
have
to go.
keep your main man happy.
Yeah.
He can stay within the organization, but just not
Maybe
on a
change
roster
the
G
role.
League.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Drop to the G League like the other brother. It's necessary. Like Lakers, how many games did you have the other brother for?
Listen, he got a ring. He got a ring.
Oh yeah, he did.
He did. And they got to the G League.
You got what? You got
A ring is a ring.
I mean, yeah, he got a right place, right
the
time.
jewelry.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my player in the Bucks that needs to go.
Yeah, no,
100%.
I agree.
Yeah. But I think my player to watch would be Middleton, actually. I feel like now that he doesn't have the pressure, he's going to find his stride a little bit because he's the third option now.
Yeah, he's got to find the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than being the second option, now he's the third. And I think that's set him up for what I think. I haven't checked the stats, but it feels like he's getting more threes. It feels like he's more in his zone because he isn't the go-to option.
Yeah.
And I think that will help him.
I actually like playing with Middleton on 2K. I can't lie. Like, even if his energy's all the way down, he's staying on the court. Like, I really,
68 and still
yeah. Like, I like playing with him because that's a player that I know what he's gonna get, like what I'm gonna get out of him, even when he's tired.
What do you think, Ames? for the
On
Boston?
Celtics. I'm not getting rid of anyone.
Oh,
Of course.
We
you
are the first seed.
Yeah,
We've got balance in our team finally.
If you had to pick one,
you got to pick one.
One player gotta go. Who?
One's got to go.
That's
No,
hard.
not gotta go.
Come
But
on.
just need to improve a little bit.
Probably someone on the bench like Hauser. Like he comes in with threes and stuff, but he doesn't impact the game. I think with our bench, we're not as good with our bench as our starting five because our starting five are amazing. They bring everything. Porzingis was like the greatest pick that we could have made in the draft.
Yeah, him buying back this year is an asset to you
In the
guys,
trades,
man.
not the drafts.
Yeah,
Sorry. I don't know. Hauser probably. Again, I don't watch too much of him. He just comes on, does a few threes, and then he's off. But yeah, probably
I could
him.
do that. Oh, sounds fun.
Easy money.
Yes.
Yeah. Safe hands.
Would you want to see more of him?
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't thought about this question because we've just been too good.
I'll give you that.
Boring.
It's the seating arrangement again.
But yeah, no.
Fair enough. Okay, Shaq, this is your time. Let's interview you. What is it like?
Dun, dun, dun.
What is it like playing in Greece?
It is different.
Yeah.
I would say. The WBBL. That's not called that. The Women's Basketball League now.
British Basketball League.
The British basketball, but the women's side.
Women's British Basketball League.
Right. They
Fine.
That's
are-
£5.
They are stepping up. I would say it's it's amazing to see London Lions winning by 40 points in Europe and Caledonia remaining undefeated. I would say the difference playing in Greece, it's a little bit more physical. And I've got a really young team, so they just run and run and run and run. And for me, it's funny because they're younger than me, but I'm inspired watching them go constantly up and down the court. And they just have this will, like this constant will. They don't give up. So I like to take a little bit of them in and put it into my game from watching them.
Oh,
we love that. We love that. What are the 3 best things about playing in this league?
The food.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say no. Do you know what? The people. I would say the people off of the basketball court. There is more to life than ball. But yeah, it's important when you're away from home and you're away from your family and your friends to have like a good solid like foundation, and I think that has helped me a lot. Like I'm leaving tomorrow and I'm not sad about it. Like I'm ready to go back and, you know, be there for my team and do whatever the team needs me to do.
Out of all the countries you've played abroad, forget about London, but like what's different in this team that, like you said, like the family aspect, like did you find that in any other like team, like in Spain, Hungary, I think you went?
Yeah, I would say I found it in Spain. I want to say I'm kind of cheating because I knew a player before I'd signed to the team. So that kind of helped with feeling at home, which is really important for me because it messes with your like mental, and that's a big part of basketball. Like it's not just about like what you can do physically, but mentally is also important.
No. And what is the one thing that you would change if you could change one thing?
If I could change one thing, I would say having an English person on my team. That's what I would say, yeah. That's about it, really.
See, what I was going to say, like I had a conversation, I think it was with, who did I have it with? One of the ex-London Lion players. And we were talking about, like are we a good team, or is it that we just all speak English? Whereas when you go to other, like, countries, it's kind of like Shequila's in a situation where not everyone's talking English. So it's like you actually have to talk basketball. And I feel like that really, like, changes who's a good team and who's not. So I feel like the London Lions women's, they're doing the skyrocketing in Europe at the moment. Same with Caledonia Gladiators. The girls are doing really great. But I feel like if they make it to the playoff stage, they're going to be challenged. And I feel like it's kind of unfair on them because they have yet to be challenged, because these teams that they're playing, one, they've played them before. And when you look at it player by player, they're meant to win like this pool. They're actually meant to. So if they never, it's kind of like, do you know what I'm saying? So it'll be quite interesting to see it, like when it comes down to playoffs, which I think we should all go to a game.
Yeah.
Shequila, watch
I'm
it.
down, I'm
yeah. And then and just see how they do. Like we're gonna see a difference in like the basketball play, really.
Yeah, 100%. I wonder if actually, like, because you know, last season we were talking about Dallas, and we were talking about Kyrie and Luca and their bond and so on. I wonder how much language would have had a part to play in that as well, in terms of their coming up. Because people expected things for them very quickly, and it didn't quite look like that. It looks like that now. They're doing much better. But yeah, I do wonder how much language had a part to play. It's very interesting. Very good point.
It's interesting you bring up language. Just off the topic of basketball, watching the Beck's documentary, seeing how he was able to create a bond with like Roberto Carlos and being out in Spain and still having that bond to this day with his teammates, and they didn't speak any English.
I kind of like the David Beckham documentary. Yeah, like his players are funny. I really enjoyed that documentary. Has everyone watched it?
That's why I wear number 7.
Oh, really? Are you being serious?
Before I played basketball, I loved football and I loved David Beckham. I followed him from Man U to Real Madrid.
Really?
And when he went to LA Galaxy, I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But looking at the documentary, he couldn't even do it.
I knew more about Michael Jordan because Beck's wore number 23 because of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So I learned more about Michael Jordan through David Beckham. Oh, wow. But that's why I wear number 7. But there are other reasons. But
I feel like
it's a good reason.
Yeah, I feel like being like attached to a sport, it opens up other sports. So instead of like just being a great basketball fan, you tend to be like a great sports person and just like appreciate all sports. I remember when I started college in Florida, and I never watched gymnastics a day in my life. And here am I watching gymnastics, supporting my friends and stuff. And it is sick. Like these girls are going to the Olympics, and it's just
Yeah.
like crazy to see them train and stuff like that. Like everyone in their own element, and how like we just share a dinner together or share a room together, and it's just like, wow, like you guys are cool, man.
Honestly, yeah, athleticism is a bond. Like,
Yeah.
I even remember like watching like, because before, like, obviously growing up, you had to play netball, but it wasn't necessarily a sport I wanted to play. So it wasn't really a sport that I rated. I was good at it, but I didn't rate it. And I went to one of my friends actually played for England, and I went to her game, and I remember watching that game thinking, my gosh, like, if this was the netball we were playing, I actually might be interested in this. Like the speed, the footwork, their footwork is phenomenal, and like, it was like a completely different game. And so now, like, I watch so many more netball games than I used to at that level, because I just didn't know you could. I didn't know it could look like that.
What's
It's just
interesting
an
about
appreciation
sorry, go
for
on.
sports.
Yeah,
As an
yeah.
athlete, or like athletes ourselves, we have just an appreciation.
Yeah, for how people can move their bodies. Yeah, it's so true.
But what's interesting about netball, I feel like a lot of netball players who then go to basketball, like they're the best shooters.
Yeah.
Shequila, and then other players that I know like can shoot the ball really, really well. Kiki, who played netball, right?
She did, actually.
Yeah, like it's just so interesting. Like that's interesting.
Like
Like
the crossover of
yeah,
sports.
yeah.
Like I'm not good at football, but a lot of people that I know who can play football, they have good footwork on the basketball court. So yeah, being an athlete is a big thing.
See there, for ex-footy player.
No, not me.
no, I meant so.
I even played handball, but
Did you?
Oh, right.
That's mad aggressive.
We have that here.
And what's it?
Yeah, I was gonna
You gotta
say.
hang in the air.
Yeah,
That's why
it
you can
wasn't
do
good
all
for my
them.
shoulders.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This was after I played basketball. I was just practicing, and one of the coaches for handball was like, "Oh, I think you should come practice for us." And at the time, it was coming up to I think 2012, and so there was a chance to play on the Olympic team,
Oh wow.
but I got cut just before the final team.
But you actually, for someone who like just did that, it's still quite mad.
true,
like
to
you
get
just
onto
here practicing basketball, got picked up for another team, and then
It was an interesting experience because I felt like I was taking a spot from someone who was actually passionate about it
That's what I'm saying.
for
Like
a
you
long
just picked
time.
it up.
So I was kind of glad I got cut.
But if you're good at it, you're good at it.
Yeah. But I understand that, because I felt like that with netball. Like I was playing and I felt like I was taking someone's spot, but
Like you had no ambition to go any further.
like
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, you're just good enough. Look at that. What a flex. Let's chat about some of the things that we've been doing in the our off season. Sevian, do you want to chat about Fly Your Own Way?
Yeah, so Jumpman and Foot Locker, they had an event at the Regal, which was called Fly Your Own Way, and it was a great event with Lethal Shooter coming down, Chris Matthews. He did a workshop, and then we had games, mixed games as well, which was really good for everybody to be involved in. And they also celebrated myself as well. Myself, Shanice, Tammy, and Justin were some of the Jordan Brand Jumpman family that they were celebrating as well. So that was amazing to be part of, and great to see more events in the UK always.
Yeah, with such like important coaches as well. Like as in,
it's great to have someone like Lethal Shooter coming down. Yeah.
100%. Guys, if you haven't seen, he gave us a shout out, so make sure that you are on our socials looking at that as well. And now wear my t-shirts tucked in because of him, because he just looks so cool.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about it?
so
Like,
professional.
yeah, he was really on it. So yeah, that's my new coaching stance: t-shirt tucked into the trousers. But yeah, we love to see it. Also, guys, if you don't know, obviously 2K is the 25th anniversary this year. And the game is fire. Aiman, you've been in the city in my career, and I've become a my team
Advocate.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like my team. I finally have Michael Jordan. It only cost me 97,000 coins. I didn't have to pay them because actually I won the tournament at 2K. So 2K.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah, which was really cool. Thank you.
So you got that Michael Jordan for winning the tournament?
No, I got 25,000 VC coins.
Oh, okay.
So I bought Michael Jordan because I didn't quite achieve it to win him, but it's fine. I bought him, and he was on sale on Black Friday, so thank goodness for that, because I wouldn't have afforded him. But my team is fantastic this year, and my career, I'm feeling it a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Before I was a bit like but now I'm getting there.
I was gonna say I would spend that VC coins on some drip in my city.
Sounds like me.
Daily paper
Paper store, everything.
Talking of drip, Some Jordans
Yeah.
you've got to shout out.
Yeah.
We've got the Gratitude 11s that have come out. Shaq, I think you've got them on today as well. And then we've also got the olive green 4s. Sevian got them today from
Really
Jordan. So
enjoying
shout out
this.
to Jordan for sending those shoes in.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. You guys are, everyone's drippy.
Yeah.
Drippy. Thank you so much to Jumpman, Jordan Brand, for everything that they sent for the beginner of this season. Guys, we're back. We're going to be here every week at Spotify. Thank you to Spotify as well for supporting this. It's been the vision from the beginning, women chatting about basketball and playing it too. We've got so much to tell you, so much to share with you, and season's going to be great. So make sure you're following us on our socials and you're subscribed to the channel. Peace.
Bye.
Shout out to Spotify and House of Naysauger.
Yeah.
Yes.